Hey guys, we're here with Suburban Warfare. I'm Peter.
I'm Kyle.
We are going to be playing the Vendetta today. It is a continuation of our campaign. It is the second round of battles. Concurrently, we also have Gina and Andrew playing the Vendetta as well, simultaneously. If you guys haven't seen that yet, you can go ahead and check out the link below. They are going to go ahead and do that. So the way the Vendetta works, it's a fun little game mode. You get to go ahead and set up hot dog style. You roll to see who goes on which side. So the way the Vendetta works, we actually went ahead and rolled for it off camera. And the way that it works from there is you go ahead and choose your side and you go ahead and set up, and then after you set up, simultaneously you go ahead and choose a Vendetta that goes ahead and tries to kill the other Vendetta on the other side. Who are you going to choose here for your Vendetta unit, Cal?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and choose my Frostlord on Stonehorn, and as that is the only one I can go ahead and choose.
Spoiler alert. Spoilers. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and barrel right on through it.
We will go ahead and show you our warband setups for this battle.
Alright guys, so Kyle here. In case you missed the first episode, I'm playing the Beastclaw Raiders. And with the rewards of battle that I rolled a champion reward that is going to give him +2 wounds for subsequent battles. So he will be stacked with 15 wounds this round. Still using the Pelt of Chargar for the artifact, and Everwinter's Master for my Allegiance ability. So we're gonna go ahead and show you Peter's.
Alright guys, here we are with the new Skaven warband. We've got our starting Clan Rats, Warlock, and Screaming Bell, yeah. I forgot the name for a second. And then we also have our brand new Storm Vermin with their purple robes and sharp stabby pokey sticks, always fun. And they're going to be taking on Kyle's Frostlord on Thundertusk?
The Beastclaw Armada.
Is that right? Was that right, Kyle? No? Okay.
Frostlord on Stonehorn.
Frostlord on Stonehorn. So, well, here's the setup. Okay, guys, here we are with the battle map that we're going to be using today. Thank you, Kyle. It is a nice little setup with a interesting juxtaposition of old and destroyed new and destroyed old. And trees. And a little wooden barricade hill thing. But it's a relatively simple map. The line is going to go just straight through the middle here. And now let's go ahead and roll off to see who sets up the first model. Or picks territory. 2. And a 3.
That side.
Kyle wants this side. Okay, let's check out the deployment. Alright, and here we are with the Skaven deployments. Nice little meat shields of Clan Rats that are most likely going to fall in the first turn charge by the Stonehorn. Storm Vermin behind that. And Warlock meat behind that, and then my Screaming Bell behind that. And that's it with the deployment. Now we get to go ahead and pick who is the Vendetta holder, Vendetta. I am going to go ahead and pick my Screaming Bell, and he's got his
Frostlord on Stonehorn.
Okay. And those are the guys that are trying to beat each other's brains out. We'll see you guys in Beastclaw Raiders, turn 1.
Alright, so here we are at the top of Battle Round 1, Beastclaw Raiders Destruction Army. We're going to start with the hero phase, Everwinter's Blessing. 1. Perfect, we're going to keep it. So on a roll of a 1 or 2 for Everwinter's Blessing, I get to reroll save wounds of 1. So then we're going to go ahead and go on to the movement phase. And we're going to run the Stonehorn. 4. So he has a normal move of 12. He's going to get to move 16.
Yes, he did earlier.
And this could be the end of the movement phase. And I am outside of range to charge. So that is going to be the end of turn 1 for the Beastclaw Raiders. So now we're going to go on to battle round 1 for the Skaven.
And here we are for Skaven turn 1. We're going to go ahead and start off our hero phase with my artifact, my Crown of Conquest. On a 5 or a 6, I get to cast Inspiring Presence plus another command ability. So I'm going to go ahead and cast Inspiring Presence on my clan rats right here. And then I'm also going to go ahead and cast my other command ability, which is the something of the Horned Rats. The Altar of the Horned Rat. That's what it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate my Peel of Doom. Come on, boxcars. Nope, it's a 5.
You implode.
I do not implode, unfortunately.
Damn.
I roll a dice for every enemy unit within the range of Peel of Doom, which is none, so that's a wash, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and cast some magic now. We're going to go ahead and cast Mystic Shield. Warlock Meek is going to go ahead and cast Mystic Shield on a 6 up. That's an 11, so that's going to go off. I'm going to put it on my clan rats right here.
Wait, what if I wanted to unbind it? Oh wait, I can't.
Yeah. And that's actually the only defensive magic that I can cast because of the rules of 1 that we've got in place. So that's the end of my hero phase. Moving phase, we're going to go ahead and start moving around my clan rats. So my clan rats are going to start moving right away. We will see you in just a little bit. And that is where my clan rats ended up, just doing a regular move action of 7 inches, 6 inches because of the regular movement, and +1 because of Altar of the Horned Rats. And now we're just going to go ahead and move my Storm Vermin as well. They're just going to kind of shuffle along over here, re-up that defensive wall. My Warlock is going to stay still, and then I'm going to go ahead and run my Screaming Bell an additional 2 inches. So 2 + 4 = 6. Math. There we go. And that is the end of my move. I don't have any shooting at the moment that I am in range of, so that'll be the end of Skaven turn 1. Let's see the roll-off for turn 2. It's a 5 and a 1. So I am going to... Because no matter what happens, I'm going to be losing a heck of a lot. I'm going to go ahead and give it to the Beastclaw Raiders.
Alright, so this will be the start of the Beastclaw Raiders. Turn number 2. So we're going to start with the hero phase and roll for Everwinter's Blessing. And that is a 3. And we're going to keep that. So I get to move an automatic 3 inches. And that's going to be the end of the hero phase. We're going to go on to the movement phase. The Stonehorn is going to run 5 additional inches.
Oh boy.
So for a total of 17. And that is going to be the end of the movement phase. Don't have shooting, so we're going to go on to the charge phase. He has to attempt a charge roll because he ended within 12 inches of an enemy unit. 8. We're going to charge right here.
Oh my.
So now we have the earth-shattering charge at the end of the charge phase. The clan rats are going to take d6 damage.
This is gonna suck.
2
Just 2 mortal wounds, right?
mortal wounds.
Okay. Whoop, whoop. And they're still in combat. Because he ended his... I think the way that he ended his move phase, or movement because of that. Yeah.
So we're going to go on to the Frost Spear, which has 4 attacks, hitting on 3s and 3s. 2 hit, 2 wound for -1 rend.
-1 rend, so how much damage?
3 damage apiece.
Okay, so I lose my Mystic Shield because of that, but I still have a 6-up save, so hoping for 6s.
Got
1
one.
6, but I do lose an additional 3, so let's take 1, 2, and 3. Like that.
Alright, so then we've got the Frost Lord's punches and kicks. This is going to be 3 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. 2 hit, or 2 wound. Those are going to be 1 damage apiece, no rend.
So 1 damage apiece. That gets me the additional +1 to my save. So I get +2. So I'm going for a 4-up.
Got 1.
1 saved. 1 damage apiece. So I
Yep.
just lose 1 guy.
Alright, so then we have the Stonehorn's Horns, which we are at the full damage table, so that is 6 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. 3 hit. And 1 wounds.
How much rend?
It's gonna be -2 rend.
-2 rend. So
Rended to death.
Yeah, rended to death.
3
How much
damage.
1, 2, 3.
Alright, and then the Stonehorn's Crushing Hooves.
How many attacks do you have?
This is gonna be D6 number of attacks for the hooves. 6.
Oh, jeez.
Now these are going to hit on 3s and at max, or at no wounds suffered, hit or wound on 2s. So 3s and 2s. For hit,
Mommy.
3 wound, -1 rend.
-1 rend. How much damage?
D3.
Okay, so that's 3 6-up saves that I have to make right here. No!
So that's going to be D3 damage. 3, so that is going to be 2 damage apiece.
2 damage apiece.
So total is 6. You roll for each.
Oh, you roll for each.
Roll for each.
Yeah.
So that's 2.
1. 3 total, and plus another 3, so 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6! Counting with dead Skaven. Okay.
And that is the end of the Frost Lord's combat.
The way that I pulled my Skaven, they were out of combat after that, and so that's done with combat. Battle Shock, they're already inspired, so they're fine. And Kyle, do you have anything else that you want to do this turn?
That is it.
Okay.
And we will go over to Skaven, turn number 2.
And here we are with Skaven, turn 2. Let's go ahead and start off with my Crown of Conquest, 5 up. No, I don't get that, so I have to choose. I am going to go ahead and do an Inspiring Presence on my Storm Vermin right there. Casting some Mystic Magics. Let's start off with a super revved up Warp Lightning. So that is going off on a 5 up. No! Okay, so Meek takes a wound. That's unfortunate. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and cast Mystic Shield on someone from this guy. So that goes off. So the Mystic Shield from my Screaming Bell goes off on my Storm Vermin. So they're going to get +1 to their save. And last but not least, let's go ahead and do my Peel of Doom. 2d6. And that's a 7. And on a 7, I get an Avalanche of Energy. Add 1 to the casting rolls of all Skaven wizards that are within the range of Peel of Doom. This is why you do a lot of stuff before you cast, guys.
We need the trombone again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you rolled a 4 and
I
all
rolled
you
a
needed
4.
was a 5.
All I needed was a 5. Sad days, sad days. Okay.
I mean, all Skaven days are sad days.
Yes, exactly. All Skaven die a terrible, horrible death, most likely. So we're just going to go ahead and move on to movement. Move on to movement.
Okay, you know those wound saves you get.
Basically just snaking these guys this way.
Save wounds. I don't even know how to say.
There we go. Ta-da! And we're gonna go ahead and move these guys right over here. They're gonna be just outside of 3 inches, right here. Meek is going to go ahead and move just within 9 inches so that he can shoot. And then I'm just going to go ahead and keep my Screaming Bell out of range. So this guy's going to run an additional 3 inches. So that is 7 inches altogether. He's just going to shuffle right there. So within 18 inches later. Okay, perfect. So that is the end of my movement phase for Skaven. We're going to go ahead and move on to shooting with my Warplock pistol. And it is a 3 to hit and a 4 to wound. Yep, that's 9 inches. Alright, so let's see what we get. 3 to hit. No, he just shoots it off in the air. Wow. Okay, that's shooting, so let's go ahead and do some charges. My clan rats are going to go ahead and charge first. They charge 6 inches. Alright. Outermost guy is going to do that. And then they're all going to follow suit and go around that way. Okay. And then my storm vermin are going to go ahead and charge as well. I need a 3. Just barely. 4 inches. Okay. So let's see who I can get into combat here. Got this guy here. This guy here. This guy here. Him there. And then everyone else is just gonna bring up the rear. There we are. Whoops. And that is the end of the charging phase. So the first combat is going to be my Storm Vermin. With the way that piling in works, these guys are going to go ahead and shuffle around like so. Whoops. Stay. And that's base to base. There we go. And then you're going to go like that. You're going to go like so. You're going to go like so. And just line up a little bit more. Now these guys have a 2-inch range with their attacks. And this guy is just barely out of range. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in range to attack. They do have a special ability that gives them +1 to their wounds. Wound roll? No, to hit rolls. So they get a +1 to hit rolls if they have more models than the enemy unit. So that obviously happened. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in range. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 6 guys in range for 2 attacks apiece. That's going to be 12 attacks, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Okay.
Woo!
Wow. That was terrible. Alright, and wounding on 3. There we go. That's kind of okay with a -1 rend.
Alright, so I need 4s up. Saves 2.
2, so 1 damage.
Alright, so now the Frostlord on Stonehorn gets to attack. And we are going to put the Frost Spear, the punches and kicks, and the horns into the Storm Vermin, and the Stonehorn's crushing hooves into the Clan Rats. So
Okay.
we're going to start with the Frost Spear, is 3s and 3s going at the Storm Vermin. 5, 5, and a
Whoa.
5. 3 hit. Get back
Whoa.
here.
Oh.
1 goes through, -1 rend, 3 damage.
-1 rend. So they do lose their Mystic Shield. So that just keeps them at a 5-up save. No!
So 3 damage.
3 damage. 1, 2, and 3.
So now we're going
Okay.
to do the punches and kicks, which are also on 3s and 3s, again going at the Storm Vermin. All 3 hit.
Jeez.
2 wound, no rend, 1 damage.
1 damage?
So you
Okay.
keep your Mystic Shield.
So I keep my Mystic Shield, and because it's 1 damage, I also get an additional +1 to my save. So I go to a 3-up save. There we go. All good.
Alright, then we're going to do the Stonehorn's horns, which are 6 attacks. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. And again, they roll like crap when I need them to. Wounding on a 3. And it doesn't go through. Okay, so now the Stonehorn's crushing hooves are going at the Clan Rats. This is going to be D6 number of attacks. 1. It's going to hit on a 3, wound on a 2. Hits. Wounds. And it's going to be D3 number of damage.
Yeah, because it just runs them to death.
So
2
it's going to
dead.
be 2.
Alright. So I lost 2 there.
No, 1. I rolled a 2. So
D3.
D3 damage.
Okay. That's right, so just 1 dice. Okay, that's not as bad. And now my Clan Rats get to go ahead and pile in an attack. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in range. +1 for my Fang Leader. So it's going to be 4s to hit and 4s to wound. So 4s could have been better. And 4s. So 2 hits, or 2 wounds, no rend.
So this is going to be 3-up saves. Snake Eyes.
Oh, 1 damage apiece. 3 damage to him total. Awesome. And that is it for combat. We're going to go ahead and roll my Battle Shock. My Storm Vermin are safe because they had Inspiring Presence cast upon them. And then we've got 1 Clan Rat that died. They've got a 5 Bravery. So let's see how many run. None. Perfect. Awesome. And that is the end of Skaven turn 2. Let's go ahead and roll off to see who goes first on turn 3. No! No!
Beastclaw Raiders, turn number 3. Alright, so this is the start of Beastclaw Raiders, turn number 3. We're going to start out by rolling for the artifact, Pelt of Chargar. I get to heal D3 number of wounds.
Really?
5, so I get to heal 3 wounds. That goes away. Alright, now we're gonna roll the command ability Everwinter's Blessing. 5! So, on a 5, I get to roll a dice for each enemy unit within 3 inches. And on a 6, that unit will suffer D3 mortal wounds. I guess we'll go the Storm Vermin first.
Oh.
And then the Clan Rats.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay.
So, we will go straight into the combat phase. And this turn, we're going to put it all into the Storm Vermin.
Please no.
So we're going to start out with the Spear. 3s and 3s again.
Oh.
2 go through. No wounds. Punches and kicks. 3 attacks. 3s and 3s again. Two wound. That's going to be 1 wound, no rend, or 1 damage.
1 damage piece, no rend, so that's 3 up saves. Just barely. Awesome.
Both. Alright, Stonehorn's Horns, 6 attacks, 4s and 3s. Four wounds, -2 rend, 3 damage apiece.
-2 rend.
Yep. So you're normally a 5 up.
Normally at a 5 up,
So you would go to a 7 up. You
Yeah.
come back down to a 6 up with the Mystic Shield. Or no, you lose the Mystic Shield.
No, I still keep the Mystic Shield.
With,
Because I go from a 5 up.
But it's a 3 damage attack. I thought you lose it on when the damage source is more than...
No, that's only on my clan shields.
Oh, okay.
I've got the magic Mystic Shield.
Got it.
So I go from a 5 up save to a 4 up save because of my Mystic Shield, but a -2. You said 4 went through?
Yep.
So 4 6 up saves. Come on. 2!
Save. So that's 6 total damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And now I wish I would have split it again this turn. Okay.
Okay. Fun stuff.
Crushing Hooves, D6 number of attacks. 6.
Oh my. Really?
And we are on 3s and 2s. All but 1 hit.
What was this about you saying this is a formality?
And that's 4 that go through for D3 damage. And it's going to be at a -1 rend.
-1 rend, so I've got 5 up save. Come on, these are all going to be 5 ups, just you watch. Nope.
3 go through. Dead.
Oh man.
Alright, so now we'll swing over to the Clan Rats turn in the combat.
Yeah, clan rats. So we've got 4 guys in combat. An additional 1 from my claw leader. 4s and 4s. Let's do this. No, let's not do this. 1 wound.
Any rend?
No rend.
Saving on a 3.
Cool.
1 wound got through.
1 damage.
And
Okay.
that will be the end of Beastclaw Raiders turn number 3. We'll go on to Skaven turn number 3.
Alright. So here we are with start of Skaven turn 3 after that devastating Beastclaw, Stonehorn battle. That was terrifying. He just crushed my Storm Vermin. I got them all painted just for today. Let's start off with my Peel of Doom.
Boxcars!
Oh no!
11.
On an 11.
Oh boy.
All Skaven models from your army that are within 13 inches of the Screaming Bell when they attack in the next combat phase make 1 extra attack.
Just me.
Woo!
Good old Meek.
Good old Meek. Yeah, fun stuff.
Only had one more to his casting roll.
Let's see. Who do I have in range? I do have him in range. Okay, so it's going to be a whole bunch of lightning and bolts. So let's go ahead and start off with some magic coming from
Lightning and bolts, but not lightning bolts.
Yes. Let's start off with the arcane bolt from my Screaming Bell, going on a 5-up. That'll go off. That deals D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. And then the amped up Warp Lightning from Warlock Meek, going off on a 5-up, just barely on a 6. And that is going to be D6 damage, D6 mortal wounds, with 1 mortal wound. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some movements. We're gonna move this guy. We're gonna run him an additional inch. These dice are getting burned tonight. There we go. 5 inches puts him right there. I don't even know if he's got the monster. Yeah, he doesn't have a monster keyword, so he will benefit from that cover, apparently. And then we still got him within 9 inches, so he's gonna stay. With my shooting phase, I'm gonna go. Oh wait, is he outside of 12 though? Ooh, just barely outside of 12. Awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and do my shooting from Warlock Meek into the Stonehorn. It's going to be a 3-up, 4-up. Let's see if it hits. Yes. Does it wound? Yes. At a -1 Ren.
Need a 4-up. Got it?
No! Okay, then moving on to combat. So we've got my 4 clan rats in combat with an additional attack because of my claw leader. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Okay, that's better than I usually get. And wounding on 4s. That's even worse. That's the usual.
Saving
Okay.
on a 3-up, because no rend. Saved.
Goodness.
So that will bring it back to the Frost Lord's turn in the combat. We're going to start with the spear, hitting on 3s and 3s.
Oh boy. Good.
Straight 2s, got it. Punches and kicks. 3s and 3s again.
Wonderful.
Straight 1s, those dice are getting burned. Stonehorn's horns, 6 attacks.
A bonfire tonight.
Yeah.
This is going to be 4s and 3s.
Okay.
3 get through, -2 rend.
How much damage a piece?
3 damage apiece.
So that's the clan rats gone. That just destroyed them. Okay. Awesome. And that is the end of Skaven turn 3. Let's go ahead and see who goes ahead and chooses what's...
Who goes first?
Who goes
for turn
first,
4?
yeah. Okay. So this is going to be Skaven turn 4. Let's do this, guys. Start of turn 4 for Skaven. We're going to start off with the Peel of Doom. And that's a 6. I keep on forgetting what a 6 does. A 6 is a Deafening Pale for every enemy within range. And he is within 13 inches of my Screaming Bell. I roll a 4 on a 4 or more, or I roll a d6 on a 4 or more. That unit suffers a mortal wound. So, do we get a mortal? We do get a mortal wound on the Stonehorn. Cool. All right. And now let's start up with the magics. Amped up Warp Lightning on the Stonehorn, going on a 5-up. Cool, 9. So, We need a lot of damage here, Warlock Meek. 3 mortal wounds, which gets rounded down to 2, I believe, right?
Yes.
Alright. And then last but not least, we're going to go ahead and do an Arcane Bolt from my Screaming Bell. Actually, we'll do this. We'll go ahead and cast Mystic Shield from my Screaming Bell. On a 6-up, yes. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on my Screaming Bell, so he gets the additional +1 to save. And then my Warlock Meek is going to go ahead and side shuffle this way. Yep. We're going to stick him right there. So that way now he's in cover. Take your wounds with you. And then we're going to open up some shots. So 3 and a 4. 3 to hit. That's a hit. And 4 to wound. No, it does not wound. Just glances him. And that is going to be the end of Skaven turn 4 because I am not going to declare any charges. So we're going to move on to Stonehorn turn 4.
So basically, Stonehorn turn 4, even though it is the Beastclaw Raiders turn number 4. We're going to start out by rolling the Pelpachargar. Going to heal D3 wounds. Okay, so we got the 4 to roll for D3 mortal wounds healed. So now we're going to roll to see how many are actually healed.
Oh, come on!
We're going to heal 3. Then we're going to roll for Everwinter's Blessing. We're going to re-roll that because unfortunately no one's within 3 inches. 4, so we get to move 3 inches. And that will be it for the hero phase. We're going to move on to the movement phase. The Stonehorn is going to run 6 inches in addition to his base 12 for a total of 18.
Oh boy. Oh boy, save me.
Alright, so we're outside of 3 there. And we're going to go on to the charging phase. Because I do not have any shooting. 4. Barely
Great.
got it.
Barely! Oh, you're staying the heck away from Warlock Meek.
Alright, so it's the end of the charge phase. We have to resolve the earth-shattering charge. The bell is going to take D6 mortal wounds. 3.
I am not okay with that, but I have to accept my fate. So where's my...
Oh, +1 that hits from each 12.
So you said I took 3, correct?
You have +1 that hit.
Okay. 3 mortal wounds. Awesome.
Alright, then we're going to go on to the Frostlord's Spear, which, because I'm attacking the receiver of the Vendetta, I get a +1 to my hit rolls, so I hit on 2s, wound on 3s. Everything hits, didn't even need the +1. Wounding on a 3.
Mommy.
2 get through, -1 rend for 3 damage.
-1 run for 3 damage. Really? Okay, so I am in cover and I do have Mystic Shield casted upon myself. Right, so 2 wounds go through. Let's see, I get a +2 to my roll at a regular 4-up, but it is a -1 run, right?
Yes.
So I go from 4 to 3-up. So 3-up saves. 1 goes through.
3 damage.
Wonderful. That's half of my health right there.
Alright, so then we're going to go on to the punches and kicks. These are going to go off again on 2s and 3s.
Just 1?
1 goes through, no rend.
No rends? Alright, so I go down to a 2-up save. Yes, just barely.
So we're going to go with the Stonehorn's Horns, which is going to be back to 6 attacks.
Oh my goodness.
Hitting on 3s now, wounding on 3s.
Why can't you roll like my storm vermin?
So that's going to be 3
At minus
wounds
2.
with a -2 rend.
Alright, so I just have my regular 4-up save. Let's see what we get. 1 goes through.
For another 3 damage.
Jeez, okay. Go down to 9.
Alright, and then the Crushing Hooves is going to be d6 number of attacks. 3
attacks.
This is going to be hit on 3, wound on, hit on 2, wound on 2.
Oh no.
So that's going to be 3 wounds -1 rend, so you're on a 3-up.
3-up saves. I need to save at least 1 to stay alive. Okay, I saved 2.
It's going to be d3 damage.
Oh no. You.
So, with that, that is the last 3 damage needed to destroy the Screaming Bell, which means I have killed the receiver of the Vendetta, and the Beastclaw Raiders have won this Vendetta battle. We will be right back to wrap up the battle. We'll go over the battle rewards and talk a little bit about what happened here. Alright guys, so Kyle back here to go over the rewards of battle. Because I won a major victory, I get D3 glory, re-rolling 1, so we're going to roll that. 5, so I get 3 glory. Now we're going to roll for either my follower reward, my champion reward, or follower bonus reward. Because I do not have any followers yet, we decided that I am still going to only be rolling for a follower or a champion reward. So on a 1 through 3, I will get a follower. On a 4 through 6, I will get yet another champion reward. So here we go. 1! Alright.
Okay.
Alright, so the follower that I am going to pick up, I'm going to go for the Elite Retinue Followers table, which means I'm going to use 1 roll and 1 glory point to get 2 Mournfang Riders. I would have to roll a d6 for it, but it's a 1 through 6, so I will always get the 2 Mournfang Riders. So that is what I'm going to pick up. Alright, so this will be my warband for the next battle. I have the Frostlord on Stonehorn and the 2 Mournfangs I picked up, one of which will be the Skalg, and the other is going to be a Hornblower.
And here we are with our Skaven rewards of battle. I only got 1 glory point for losing and getting absolutely annihilated. And let's see what I get. On a 1 or a 2, I pick up a follower. On a 2 or a 3, I pick up a champion reward. On a 5 or 6, I pick up a follower reward. So, D3, that is a follower reward right there. So let's go ahead and roll a D6 of that. And I'm going to be putting it on my Storm Vermin is going to be number 3. It is a menace blow. Instead of setting them up on the battle, I can declare that they're hiding underground, and I can set them up in any of my hero phases with all models within 6 inches of the edge of the battlefield and more than 9 inches away from enemy units. This counts as the unit move for the following movement phase. Wonderful. Alright, so I get to go ahead and do some sneaky rat stuff. And we will go ahead and go to the next thing. And that's it for that battle. Yep. The Screaming Bell did not last long against the Stonehorn at all. One turn, 1 battle round from the charge.
So yeah, Tormund, the Unbroken, has redeemed himself.
Yes, impressively. His last battle battle round, or last battle, the battle before this one, it took 3 of the armies to actually kill him.
Yes.
You saw how diligently not wanting to die, he not wanted to die, died, not died.
There's a lot of dying.
Not dying, yeah.
So-
a lot of dying, but not dying.
At the end of this battle, where do you and I stand point-wise? Because you took second in the first round,
Yes.
I took third. How many glory points do you have?
So I went from 2, and I gained an additional 1 from today, so that puts me at 3.
And I picked up 3 from this battle. Had my 1 left over from yesterday for 4, but then spent it for my Mournfangs, putting me back down to 3.
So we're tied.
And you got a follower reward from the first battle. I got a follower reward from this battle. So we are in a
We are basically tied.
dead tie.
Yeah, dead tie. Okay, awesome. Is there anything that you would have done differently in this battle?
Oh no, that I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better the way that your rats kind of cowered in fear and got
Oh,
trampled.
they didn't cower. They just got trampled. They just died diligently.
Yeah, sliced
Um,
apart. Yeah, it was interesting deploying right in the middle, and then you just put up this nice barrier, and I was like, well, not gonna try and play Red Rover, send Stonehorn right over, so
Yeah.
skated around the side. I don't think the bell could move fast enough to get away.
No, not at all. I was hoping that the cover would be a little bit stronger, but yeah. Honestly, I might have been able to do a little bit something different. Maybe I could have put the Vendetta on Warlock Meek. Have him actually run around a little bit more, but I definitely could not have put it on my Storm Vermin nor my Clan Rats.
Nope.
Um,
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner for this guy.
yeah, basically.
Gotta throw that spear around.
I don't know. Vendetta is very strong for an elite killy army. Not really the best for a horde army against
this-
an elite army.
This also worked out perfectly for me because there were no objectives to control.
Yes,
It was
exactly.
just kill things.
Exactly.
I only had 1 unit to hold an objective with, so any one that we would have gotten that had multiple objectives,
Mhm.
I would have been in some big trouble.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think that about wraps it up for this battle. If you haven't already watched Drew and Gina's battle that went on simultaneously with this one, the link will be below. Go ahead and click on that. And as always, click that like button and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. We will get to them as diligently as possible. And until next time, thanks guys.
I could not have said it better than myself. See you guys
You know.
later.